Minister, regional executives here present, municipal and district chief executives here present, the parliamentary candidate for the new patriotic party, distinguished members of the security services, friends from the media, Tindama, Namine and Onamine, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the people, the chiefs and people of the Jirapa traditional area, I warmly welcome you all to our land. We are deeply honored by your presence and the distinguished entourage accompanying you. Your Excellency, your decision to visit us in Jirapa is a testament to your commitment to engaging with the people and addressing our concerns directly. We are particularly grateful for your visit to commiserate with us over the loss of my predecessor, Na Ansule Ghana II, whose leadership and dedication to our community will always be remembered. Additionally, we appreciate your solidarity in the wake of the tragic murder of our illustrious son, Mr. Eric Johnson. His case, currently before the Wa High Court, is a matter of great concern to us, and we are confident that justice will prevail. Your Excellency, we acknowledge and appreciate the numerous developmental projects your government has initiated in our area. The ongoing reshaping of the Jirapa market, the improvement of our feeder routes, and the construction of classroom blocks for our basic schools are commendable efforts that have significantly improved the quality of life for our people. However, there are pressing issues that require your immediate attention. 1. A bus for Jirapa Senior High. Our students face significant transportation challenges. Providing a bus will greatly enhance their mobility and access to educational opportunities. 2. Fence wall for the community health training school. As the only community health training school in the region, it is crucial to ensure its security and integrity by constructing a fence wall. 3. Rehabilitation of rip-off hostel at the St. Francis Senior High here in Jirapa. The recent damage to the hostel has left many students without adequate accommodation. Urgent rehabilitation is needed to restore this vital facility. 4. Completion of over 10 years GET Fund projects at Jirapa Senior High. Projects such as the dining hall complex, boys' story building, 2-unit classroom story building, and 2-unit home economy story building have been pending for far too long. We request that these projects receive the necessary attention to be completed. Financial clearance for St. Joseph's Hospital. The hospital requires clearance for the recruitment of laborers, security personnel, janitors, accounts clerks, etc., to ensure its smooth operation and service delivery. Expedite work on the new site for the nursing training college. The new site intended for the nursing training college needs to be developed promptly to prevent land encroachment and to prevent a conducive learning and to provide a conducive learning environment for our future healthcare professionals. Rehabilitation of the pickup vehicle for the Municipal Education Directorate. Recently, The vehicle was involved in an accident while having to convey BEC exams papers to one of the exam centers. This vehicle is crucial for the directorate's operations and needs urgent rehabilitation. Municipal cold room for buses. Our town urgently needs a cold room to store buses properly, ensuring that our immunization programs are effective and reach all who need them. Delivery rooms for the urban clinic and Nairi Chiefs. These health facilities are in dire need of delivery rooms to ensure safe and hygienic conditions for children, childbirth, significantly improving maternal and child health in our community. A befitting Deba ground. Our traditional area needs a suitable Deba ground to host our cultural events and gatherings. A proper Deba ground will enhance our community's cultural heritage and serve as a central point for communal activities. An AstroTurf park. An AstroTurf park, the construction of an AstroTurf park will provide a modern recreational facility for our youth, promoting sports and healthy living in our community. Your Excellency, these are but a few that we can mention to you. There are some others we will add on as we hope to see you as president so that we can bring some more. Your Excellency, the people of Jirapa hold great respect and admiration for your leadership. We trust that our concerns will be addressed with the agency they deserve. Your visit today not only brings hope, but also strengthens the bond between the government and the people of the Jirapa traditional area. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you and your distinguished entourage for honoring us with your presence. May your stay in Jirapa be pleasant and fruitful. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness, Paramount Chief of Jirapa Traditional Area. With your permission, our Queen Mothers, our revered chiefs, our imams, I have the honor to introduce to us the dignitaries that have come with His Excellency to visit the traditional authorities here. We have Hajia Bibi, who is the Deputy CEO, Northern Development Authority. We also have Honorable John Boydu, former General Secretary and Senior Campaign Aide to the flag bearer. We have Honorable Kojo Foku, a flag bearer aspirant and also a Senior Campaign Aide to the flag bearer. We have Dr. Susanna Alu, a Senior Campaign Aide to the flag bearer. We have the Regional Chairman of the MPP, Alhaj Abdurrahman Abdulaziz, also known as Chairman White. We have the third Vice National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Chairman Alhaj Masoud, aka Chairman Buga Buga. Also in our midst, we have the Honorable Minister for Defense, Honorable Dominic Nitewo. He is also the campaign coordinator of the Northern Belt. Then we have the Honorable Regional Minister, Honorable Stephen Yaku. We have in our midst the MP for the London constituency, Honorable Ambrose Derry, who is also the Minister of State. Bana Queen Mothers, we have your own son, who is the constituency chairman of the Jirapa constituency, Chairman Kokoritia. Mbana, your daughter, who is the parliamentary candidate for the Jirapa constituency, Honorable Hajia Aisha Saloku. And Mbana, Poknamine, Imams, I'm honored to introduce to us the leader and flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party, who is also the sitting Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, Dr. Muhammadu BAWUMIA. At this point, Mbana would like to humbly invite our parliamentary candidate to say a word. Thank you.
Just as you have received me and my intentions, I have told you I have come for you to send me out there to change the narratives for Jirapa. So if you see me here today, I am not bringing to you a stranger. I am bringing to you a brother of mine, which translates to your son. If there's anybody here that knows His Excellency, I will say, I do. Our fathers were brothers. Not just northern brothers, but they were brothers indeed. As a child growing up, orphaned by the tragic death of your own father, the late Salif Bayat. We had two people in our lives, and that was my late uncle, Mr. Dapura, here in Dapura, and the father of the flag bearer. The flag bearer doesn't even know this, what I'm about to say. But my mother hammered in us when his father was at Cocoa Board. We were very little, she was struggling. And among all the northerners there, he was the one that always looked out for her and made sure she had cocoa sacks to supplement her income to take care of us. So if you see me today jumping into this race, it's not for nothing. Because apples don't fall far from the tree. If his father was able to do that for my mother when she was in need, therefore we have a son of his today. We have two northerners. But I told you, out of the northern leaders then, he was the only person my mother had constantly mentioned the support. She never forgot it. So I'm saying this for you to know that this is a son, my brother, that if you send me out there without him, the goodies, the brightness that I want to bring to Jirapa will be difficult. Just as his father has done, some of you have seen that trait of this little story that I've just told. So he is not the northerner that will go there and forget his people. We have tried one, and I have led him home today to present to you and to give this testimony that this is the kind of a northern leader that he will be. So on this note, I want to introduce to you our flag bearer, the son, true son of the soil, who believes in your institution, who believes in the dreams of Jirapa. It is not by accident that the two of us are going to fight for Jirapa. His father and my father did their bit, and today the son and the daughter are here. So, Your Excellency, your elders, your chiefs, your queen mothers, and my chiefs, my queen mothers and elders, your son.
Thank you very much. Bana Paramount Chief of the Jirapa Traditional Area, Bana Paramount Chief of the Ulo Traditional Area, Namine, Kwa Namine, our eminent clergy, our Chief Imam, and our Imams, Regional Minister, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, our Regional Chairman, Regional Executives, Constituency Chairman, Constituency Executives, our MC, and all present. I greet all of you. Good morning. I am very, very honored to have the opportunity to meet with you today in Jirapa. I come here as the presidential candidate for the new Patriotic Party for the 2024 general election and the presidential elections. This particular election is a very unique election in the history of Ghana, because whatever happens, we have two candidates who are both from the north, who are contesting for the presidency. So whatever happens, this is going to be a northern presidency that is coming. So it has never happened in Ghana before. We are two candidates. One of us has been president before. One of us has just been vice president. And I'm yet to get to the presidency. So you will have to have a choice between one of us. But we have seen one of us as president. And I want to make the point that when the former president was president, the North did not see the development that we wanted to see. The vehicle he chose to develop the North was the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority, SADA. But I am yet to see a SADA project in any of the districts of the 5 northern regions. You can't find it. I'm yet to see in the whole of the Upper West region, for the 8 years of the government, 8 years, they couldn't complete one major road in the Upper West region. Neither could they complete one in the Upper East region. After 8 years, they had to cancel teacher training allowances, had to cancel nursing training allowances. Chalk in school was a problem, and this country had to go through doomsday of 4 years. And so this is the record the former president left with us. And that was the reason why he was voted out of office both in 2016 and 2020 when he tried to come back. For us in the New Patriotic Party, when we came into office, we thought that education would be a key part of the development of this country. And we made the case that we will bring free senior high school education. They said it was not possible. But Jirapa, you know more than anybody else, as paramount chief and in your civilian life, your relationship with the school, and why it is important for us to have education. We promised it, they doubted it, but we have delivered it. And we've delivered it for all of Ghana, north, south, east, and west. And the free senior high school education we implemented in the very first year in 2017. And the enrollment has gone up very, very massively from 800,000 to 1.4 million students. You know, it is so massive because for 60 years after independence, we had 800,000, 60 years. And in 7 years after free SHS, we added 600,000 in just 7 years. So you see that, and even what is also more interesting is that today there are more girls than boys in senior high school. It didn't used to be the case. And the performance of the students has improved. In terms of the WATC core 6 subjects, in 2016, the core 6 subjects, the pass rate was 45%. In 2023, it increased to 64%. So we have improved access to education, but we have not brought down the quality. What is also interesting to note, if you look at the enrollment in the senior high schools, all the 16 regions, the top 5 regions are the 5 northern regions in terms of enrollment. All first 5 is all the 5 northern regions. It also tells us that we are poor and we need that help for our children to go to senior high school, and we are taking advantage of the free SHS in our numbers. If we had listened to the former president, we would not have had free senior high school education. We have proceeded to add free TVET education in Ghana, and we've seen the numbers go up. We've invested more than any other government in TVET, spending 6 billion Ghana cedis over the last 7 years to retool 34 existing TVET institutions, and we are establishing new 32 state-of-the-art TVET institutions. So the TVET side we're doing, we've also started STEM education because the world is moving in the direction of technology, and we want in science, and we don't want to be left behind. Today, all our senior high school students, we are making provision to provide every one of them with a tablet, a free tablet to have for them to support their education. And so you see us going, we've done a restoration of the teacher training allowance, we've restored the nursing training allowances as well. And we have been moving in many other areas. We've brought in One Village, One Dam to help in the dry seasons. We've had about 8 dams in the Jirapa district, for example, that we have had in many communities that we've put in place. You've seen Planting for Food and Jobs to help the farmers. We are digitalizing the economy. We've done the Ghana card. Today you can renew your national health insurance from your mobile phone. We've done one constituency, one ambulance. We've built a lot of school blocks here. But yes, the forward operating base is being constructed here. We'll soon finish the FOB here as well. So in terms of development, we are doing a lot to try to bring development to Ghana as a whole, to the north, and to Jirapa. I know when I listened to the address, the welcome address by Bana, he listed a number of things which I have taken note of, and I'm going to also collect your speech so that I don't miss anything when I go home. But there are many things which ranged from the Jirapa Senior High, many projects that haven't been completed, the fence wall issues, pickup issues, hostel issues, and so on. But I think that these are all things that we can work on. The Soko project, for example, is dealing with the Deba ground that we are going to handle with the Deba grounds. And we are going to do a lot more. We are concerned about development, and we are going to help you with, so that you will get a lot more development. That has been my concern in terms of development for the North as a whole. You will see that under our government, we established the Northern Development Authority, and we've completed 963 projects in the 5 northern regions. So we are very, very keen on making sure we get this. I, as Vice President, have also been very instrumental in terms of things that I have been able to champion as Vice President. I've been able to champion the Ghana card, the development authorities, the digital address systems, the MOMO interoperability that allows us to send mobile money and receive mobile money from different telcos and to bank accounts and so on. We are the first country in Africa to do so. We've moved on to help people with sickle cell get hydroxyurea. We have networked all the teaching hospitals, the regional hospitals, and the district hospitals. Such that today, if you are transferred or referred from Jirapa to Kolebu, you no longer need to take your folder, because we have digitalized all those records. When you get to Kolebu, you just give your ID number, they'll put it in the computer, and all your medical records will be there, and they will give you the best treatment that you can, But one of the things that I want to do is, first of all, I believe if I become president, we should focus a lot on agriculture. Agriculture is going to be a major focus of mine. When I look at the data, you will see that the productivity of our farmers is low. You look at Brazil, you look at China, an acre of land, they are able to produce 10 tons of maize in Brazil and 12 tons of maize in China. We are doing 4 tons in Ghana. So we are looking at how we can use some of the best practices from China and Brazil to help our farmers. We are looking at soil fertility. Lime, our soil scientists tell us, is one of the best ways to improve soil fertility rather than these chemical fertilizers that we keep applying. And we have a lot of limestone. So we're going to move into lime and help fertilize our soils at lower cost to the farmers. And that will help us to, and also bring in a lot of machinery. I think our farmers need access to tractors to be able to farm, so that we set up district mechanization centers with the equipment that they can hire and go on to do so. So the whole issue of agriculture is going to be a focus of mine. The next area I want to focus on is to bring down the cost of electricity and expand the access. Our electricity is expensive because we are using oil and gas to generate it. I want Ghana to move away from oil and gas to solar power. Solar power holds the key. And my intention is to bring in 2,000 megawatts of solar power. And most of that power is going to be established in the north. We have a lot of land and we have a lot of sun. And that power is going to be established in the north. And you're going to see that with that solar power, with 50% of our consumption from be satisfied by that solar power, we are going to see electricity prices coming down by at least 50% for our people. And that will really help us in the long term and protect our environment as well. I want to also do something that we haven't done for a long time since independence. I want to bring the chieftaincy institution closer to government. I think that we have made a mistake for the longest time by trying to push the chiefs aside whilst trying to govern this country. It has not been successful. We need the chiefs closer to government, and therefore I want to amend Section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act to empower the chiefs some more. There are many cases that can be resolved in your palaces, but they end up finding their way to the courts and clog the courts. So we will relook at Section 63 and empower the chiefs to help government so that we can govern this country. But for the chiefs to be able to help government, we have to resource the palaces. Otherwise, it will be difficult for the chief to take on additional burden and not have resources. But to start with, we are going to pay the chiefs living allowances. The allowances that we are paying the chiefs now are not living allowances. But currently we are only paying the paramount chiefs. But if we want to empower the chieftaincy institutions, we have to pay the paramount chiefs, the divisional chiefs, and the queen mothers. Then we have a whole institution that will help. So we are going to make, and that is in my manifesto, we are making payments to enhance the chieftaincy institution, living allowances to the paramount chiefs, to the divisional chiefs, and to the queen mothers, so that you can help us to govern this country properly, and we'll work together as a team. The other issue for me also is to bring the church as well as the faith-based institutions closer to government. The churches and other faith-based institutions, the Islamic institutions, they set up a lot of schools. And I mean, if you take the schools the churches set up in Upper West alone, you take them away, Upper West will be different. It will be very different. You won't have much left, isn't it? It is, you know, all of my brother, senior brother Ambrose, and my junior brother Dominic, all came from Landon Secondary and St. Charles. These were schools set up by the churches. Wesley Girls Method, they have done so much, but we don't give them incentives. TI, Amatia, all these schools that are set up by our faith-based organizations. But we don't give them enough incentives to do more. When the external development partners are coming to build a school or a hospital, we give them duty-free. When a church or an Islamic institution is coming to do the same thing, we ask them to pay duty. We say these people are development partners. But I think that the faith-based institutions are even more of development partners than the external. So I am going to redesignate the churches and other faith-based Islamic institutions as development partners. So they will also get duty-free for whatever they are bringing in to help us to produce different things. On this note also, for the chiefs and for the churches and the faith-based institutions, there's one issue that is really disturbing us in terms of the LGBTQ plus issue, where they are saying men can marry men and women can marry women. Under a BAWUMIA presidency, that practice can never be allowed. We will not allow it today, we will not allow it tomorrow. Our religions do not allow it. Whether it's the Bible or the Quran, we don't allow it. Our traditions don't allow it. And we will protect our society, our culture, and our values, no matter the cost that is imposed upon us. We will protect it. I want to make sure that our system we protect the workers in the countries abroad, Germany, UK, Japan. Life is not as hard over there as compared to us because they have access to a credit system. So when you earn your salary, you can have access to goods which are 10 times your salary over there, because there's what they call a credit scoring system that allows people to give you credit. In Ghana, we don't have it. And when I came into office, I wrote about this in a book 10 years ago, that I wrote about this in a book, that Ghana needs to have a credit system. This is why we've started with the national ID, with the digital address, Momo interoperability. We have finished all of that now. And Ghana is now ready to introduce credit scoring in Ghana, the second country in Africa to do so, to allow our teachers, our nurses, our farmers to be able to buy things and pay small. Without it, you have to pay cash for everything. But if you want to buy a mobile phone abroad, they don't even charge you for the mobile phone. You can have it for free, and then you pay small until you finish. So we are in a situation in Ghana where I want to introduce this credit system. You want to buy a car, you can pay small. If you want to buy a house, you can pay small. It will make life much easier for all our workers in Ghana, and that is the system, the credit scoring system that I want to introduce. But it's not going to be long. I'm going to get this thing done before we vote, before the end of this year. This credit scoring system will be in place in Ghana, and we will start getting the benefits of it as we go forward. I want to focus on jobs for the youth, because if the youth are unemployed, it's a problem for all of society. And we have a lot of youth coming out, and there is problems for the youth in terms of jobs. We have to look at different ways. We've provided over 2 million jobs since we have been in office, more than any other government in the Fourth Republic. 2 million jobs, but it has not been enough. We have to do more. And so we are going to focus on job creation through different areas. One area is through digital skills. Give 1 million youth digital skills. 1 million youth having digital skills, and you don't even have to go to university before you can be given digital skills. Even high school dropouts who can read and write, we can teach them how to code. They can sit in Jirapa and work in Canada, and work in UK, and work in America, because they have the digital skills. So we're going to try to help small businesses with a lot of support in terms of small loans for our mothers who are going to be able to do a lot. So I have so many ideas that I want to come and use to help our people. And this is why I believe that the choice that we have to make between the former president and myself is a very important choice for all of the North, not just for Jirapa, but for all of the North. Because whatever happens, we are going to have a Northern president. But if the former president is the one, he can only be president for 4 years. If it is Dr. BAWUMIA, I can be president by the grace of God for 8 years. So we have to understand that if the presidency leaves the North, it will take a long time for it to come back to the North. There are 11 other regions out of the 16 regions. They are also looking to produce presidents. So once we come, it will take a long time for us to come back again. So if we are going to get the presidency, should we get it for 8 years or for 4 years? So I believe that 8 years will be good for us. A lot of things to do for Ghana, for the North, and we can get it done. The Kamba Dam, the Kuala Dam, our roads, our schools, and the infrastructure. These are the things I'm going to be very committed to. So you help me. Let us get this presidency 8 years, and then you will see a new north for all of us. We will change the north for all of us. And I believe if you get me there, it'll be a new Ghana. Be a new Ghana. The things I'm trying to do, many people usually think it's not possible. And I tell them it is possible. It is possible. And we are going to do it by the grace of God. So let BAWUMIA come in for 8 years. And you also see, we have seen Mahama already, and he didn't go far. So you don't want to go back to failing. You want to go to the future. And that future is BAWUMIA. The future is Hajia Aisha Salifu. So Jirapa. So she is someone that really is very, very good. She will fight very hard for Jirapa, and I very much recommend you to her. Thank you very much. Recommend her to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, leader and flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party. Bana